Hi, it's Maren with the Great Uplift 12 Days of Christmas for July going into August. And I wanted to talk today about symbols because I know many of us didn't necessarily finish off the year and do each of the days. And yesterday, something happened to me that kind of brought into focus the importance of symbols in our lives instead of shoulding ourselves, looking at our day from a perspective of what's the symbology? What is it calling me to? What is it asking of me? So let me give you this example. So I was driving down the road and I'm on Amherst Island in Ontario, Canada, visiting my mom. And this huge white dog walks out, meanders out into the road. So I slow down, thinking he's going to move off to the road, and he just is staring down my car. So I finally just came to a complete stop in the middle of the road. And I got out of my car and I let him approach me. I didn't approach him because I'm aware of large dogs and not wanting to get my hand ripped off or anything. And turns out he's friendly. So I'm petting his head and I'm like, do you live around here? And there's a driveway right across from me. So I walk down the driveway and I get the dog to follow me. And yes, my car is still sitting in the middle of the road because I'm on an island of 400 to 600 people. There's not a lot of traffic. So I go down this driveway and I knock on the door and the woman says, not my dog. She's a sheepdog. She belongs to Topsy Farms. Now, Topsy Farms is 9 kilometers down the road. It's not like it's, a couple doors down. So I know the owner of Topsy. I call Sally. I'm like, Sally, I have one of your sheepdogs. She's like, oh my. So it turns out I get the dog in my car and I take her back to Topsy. And it turns out the dog's name is Freya. And Freya is a Norse goddess. And this particular sheepdog also got out with another sheepdog whose name is Boudica. And Boudica is a Celtic queen turned goddess. And I thought, how amazing that these two goddesses were out wandering and getting to know me. So Freya came and found me. And then I went back and I looked at my notes from the 12 days of Christmas. And the interesting thing for me is that day 7, which was July, going into day 8, which was August. So day 7, I had this rebirth, and you can go back to last month's where Stephanie and I talked about that. And on day 8, my words for it were hope and uplift. And when I read through what I did that day, I was recovering from COVID and I binge listened and I binge watched different things. And I know for myself, in the past, if I wasn't looking at it from a place of symbology and what was I binge watching and why was I binge watching it and what's the hope, what's the uplift from that? If I hadn't been looking at it from that perspective, there would have been a self-judgment. There would have been a complete conversation going on inside my brain. Oh, you should have done something. You were lazy. You were this, blah, blah, blah. All of the itty bitty shitty committee that we talk about. And instead, because I looked at it from a perspective of everything speaks, everything is spirit talking to me. What is it that she's trying to say? What could she be trying to say? And I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm not trying to get up in my head and be like, what is it? I have to know, blah, blah, blah. I made notes about it. And 8 months later, now some other things showed up that's like, oh, isn't that interesting? The goddess Freya also wants to talk to me. So much so that she put a, 180-pound sheepdog into the path of my Jeep 9 kilometers from where the sheepdog lives. That's powerful. This life is always talking to us. And how we interact with that conversation. Do I think, gosh, that sheepdog shouldn't be out here and let it be somebody else's problem? Do I drive around it? You're like, what is it? How am I interacting with the conversation inside myself? And so I really wanted to share that with you today because I know, like I said at the beginning, many of us didn't get a chance to finish off the notes that we had for, maybe August, September through the end of the year. It doesn't matter. Keep developing the dialogue with life, with spirit. Look at the symbology of what's happening in your day. And how is it speaking to you? And what might it mean for the coming month for you? Set an intention and then be in conversation with spirit around that intention instead of what we were taught to do, which is set goals and then beat ourselves up for not achieving them, right? So I hope that helps with the 12 days. Great uplift. And we will check in with you again next month, August into September. Hey, and really quick, we're going to do something a little bit different this coming year. So make sure that you join our email list to get all of the info for the Great Uplift for 2024. See you next month.